Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I have a confession. This was kind of one of the hardest realizations, but it just hit me today. And I just realized that I do post for the likes, the comments, and the love. It's one of the hardest things I actually had to say and just come to realization, but I think we all are sort of in that realm. But before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And maybe even hit that bell so you can even get notified for when fresh content is coming. Stay tuned and we'll be back.
I know what to say. JW came here to play. I'm killing this sweet piece of cake. I'm serving y'all all Chick-fil-A. Your fries gonna come with a shake. I'm serving you beef with the steak. Be nice and please leave it too, because how I'm serving these bars, it is great. Gotta taste, I'm talented to chill my mind. I'm like, oh my, scrolling up and down on your timeline. Man, trying to turn up and you know why. Only for the fam in my tribe, yes.
Because it's like nobody is okay with themselves just because they say they're okay with themselves. Right? Nobody makes art just to set it up in their room and say, I don't care what anybody else thinks about it. We all want and need somebody else to affirm what we do. I think we just like look for the wrong people.
I agree with you all 1,000% on everything. But what's funny is that even though I know it's true that people make stuff and want affirmation, a lot of people, they don't think it's cool to say that. So a lot of people instead be like, yo, I just made this for me.
Yeah.
I don't care who likes it. I don't care who does. I mean, even though we know as soon as the camera comes off, they're like, yo, how many views did that get? But that's not what they're putting out there. That's not what they're promoting. So I'm like, it just seems to me that for society and culture, it's way cooler to be like indifferent. Like records like, I make this joke like, I don't. Shouts to Big Sean. I'm a fan of Big Sean. The dude's very talented, very witty. But that song, I'll Mess With You or whatever, I'm like, dang, you put in a lot of work to tell somebody how much you don't care about them. I'm like, that's a really involved thing. You know, like.
So, I've been doing social media for about, I would say, starting, actually, I've been doing social media for about 10 years, 10, 11, but it was kind of like a break between. So, you know, I started back in like 2015, and so now 6 years straight. You know, everybody has this common goal of, you know, wanting to get famous and do brand deals and do different things like that. But, you know, I got on the sole purpose because I really felt like this was a God ordained thing for me to do. And I really believe that it is, and it still is. But man, I've constantly struggled with this thought of, you know, or this thing of checking my phone especially after I post, like checking my phone every 5 minutes just to see how many views and how many likes comes up and stuff like that. And I got a question: how many of you have really been in that same cycle? You know, I saw this clip. This clip I played earlier is that, you know, we, you know, especially we as creators, we always be like, man, I posted this for me, or I'm making this for my sake, and some of the times that's true, but at the same time, we want people to like what we make, because I mean, we do put it out because we enjoy it ourselves, but we also do want to have the approval of others. And man, that was just one thing that I have to admit, I do it for your like. I do it for your like. I'm not afraid to say that. I do want you to like my stuff. I do want you to comment below. I do want you to subscribe to my channel. I do want the 1 million subscribers. I do want to do the deals and all the fun stuff and have the team and all of that. I do. I'm not ashamed to say it. I know some of y'all probably be like, man, you know, you're just doing it. And especially, I know there'll be times where I can even probably even honestly say that I would be like, yeah, I'm just posting this for Jesus. But at the same time, wanting your approval. Most people don't even admit to that, but I will. I'm vulnerable to say that. I don't mind it, because when you know, as a creative, you're very sensitive too about your art. And you know, you want the creative suggestions from everybody, and you want people to tell you how dope of a person you are, and how like you make great stuff, which I've had all people tell me that I'm just so good at what I do, and this and that and the third. And I love that. I thrive off of that. I thrive. My own, you know, I like words of affirmation, because when I feel like I get good words, I feel like, man, I'm doing something good, and I feel like I'm just really going in my purpose. But the challenge is really doing it even when people aren't telling you so much. And I can say that really is a challenge, especially when times I've stopped posting for a while and there are not as many people as they were 2 months ago, and telling me how I'm funny and I'm this and that and the third. And you know, I mean, how many of y'all can honestly say that this is you? Admit it to yourself if it is. I am. I do like the approval of others. I know some of y'all be like, man, you're being too vulnerable, JW. Yeah, I am. Because my life is to help others. I create to inspire. Hopefully I'm inspiring you to be honest with yourself. I mean, how many times have we worked so hard on projects, and then we ended up getting to the place where we are ready to show somebody, and then they don't have the same reaction you do? And how many of y'all really get doubtful? It's like, oh man, it must not be good enough because they're not oohing and ahhing and I've even had friends and peers that I know and are really cool and I've met, and I used to try to do and perform and get their approval, but I didn't realize that I was already in the circle. I was one of the people they wanted to talk to, because I wasn't so happy with my own thoughts. Man, shout out to Endominio. I was watching this Work in Progress podcast, and it was like, bro, he said something like his wife, he was talking about making music and doing things for himself, and just making sure, like, you know, showing everybody his music before, just so he can feel like this is good enough because everybody else is bobbing their heads. But his wife wrote down on a sticky note, and she said these words: respect your own opinion. How many of y'all respect your own opinion? I honestly struggle with that. Respecting my own opinion is one of the difficulties, because I just want to make sure everybody likes it first and then it's good to go. But what about me and my simple release of just, I'm satisfied with it? And it is sometimes discouraging when you post something that you think is so good and it only gets 30 views. It's very discouraging. But the positive is that you posted it and you enjoy it. Right? So, I mean, the beautiful thing is, if I were to give some advice on this for me, and I'm just learning it, so I'm taking this to you too. I mean, and I'm taking this for me. I'm taking this more for me. Do what you post what you like. Really. Try going and posting something and you thinking of it, and only you thinking of it, that is good. And then after you post it, let people say what they feel after instead of the during. We need to release. You need to release, JW. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to come on here and just share that with you. But if this really resonated with you, comment below how this really resonated with you, because we all deal with this. There's not a human that doesn't deal with trying to have the approval of people. Really. They want people to know that they are valued. Because I'm gonna be honest, we all struggle with wanting to feel in value. We want to feel valued. Because there's so many of us that have been not valued. There's been so many of us that have really been kicked to the curb, that have really been kicked to the side, and really have struggled with their own identity of whether they like it, or because they like it, or because everybody else like it, then they like it, or they don't like it, but they liked it and then everybody else didn't like it and they still didn't. They didn't post it because they didn't like it. We need healing, y'all. We need healing. But anyway, just wanted to show the short video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, and subscribe again. But till the next time, Jordy